takes care of business. Yeah.
Some of them went in and some out.
Brought them all up here very quietly, and is now just quietly just pushing them down the feed. Walk up, Moss. Come here. Walk up. Come here, Moss. Sit down. Walk up, Moss. Walk up, Moss. Walk up, Moss. Come here, Moss. Walk up. Get in behind. Get in behind. I'll call Moss off now, and then Tommy will use his
Two of them saying I'm not running.
One of our local brews. I apologise, it's not. You're right now, you ready? You ready for your beer? And he's got real bad manners when he drinks. He can only drink up to 5, and that's his maximum. He gets quite tiddly, wanders all around the yard, squealing for a while, and then comes back and lies down.
Station into Wool World. Out there you saw Tommy and Ian with the dogs, and of course Ian over there with his faithful pig. So Robin out there doing a little bit of handicraft work there that we still do here in the bay. And of course my name's Wee. I'm here on the stage. Possum and Merino wear. I know you've been in Tauranga yesterday, and maybe you might have seen a little bit.
You just slither it off like a seamstress will cut a dress material or something like that. Merino wool is very fine, and as long as you don't take too big of a slither, it just comes off right, nice and easily. I wouldn't recommend you try that. Tommy today will be sharing with the handpiece, and this is the handpiece here. It's a Heineke Swiss. And on the bottom side of it there, which is where it goes along the skin, is a beautifully dressed, what we call a comb. That's all shaped up like the front of your ship, so that when it goes in, it runs along like that there. There should be no sharp teeth or anything, because you can cut them otherwise. That comb is changed around about once an hour, and the little cutter on the top is changed around about every 15 minutes. We have, the shearer carries his own gear, his own handpiece and everything, so when he comes to a wool shed like this to shear, he has got all his equipment. He only puts a little bit of oil between the cutter and the comb for a start, because there is 25% lanolin grease. They get a #1 haircut. And there was a lovely gentleman called Doug, I think it is, was going to stand up and show me his haircut somewhere around.
I can see it.
And that's the sort of haircut Tommy's going to give the sheep today. Thank you very much, Doug. I hope Tommy can do as good a haircut as that one. Rightio, going in and coming out of winter, it's just that little bit longer, because you might get cold or something like that. And in the middle of winter, like I was saying, if you do want to shear your sheep in the middle of winter, it's left quite long and slaggy. So when you're shearing a sheep, you've got a partner. Your partner is the sheep. And you've got to move with your sheep, which are very good because they protect your legs. Because there's little prickles and thistles out on the farm, and you might hurt your legs. And another thing is all that lanolin, it protects your legs a little bit from the...
Okay, go come.
Not coming at all.
You ready?
Yeah. There we go. You got Lucky today. You can see she is a bit frisky. Down, Rudy. We don't obviously shear our sheep standing up, and we don't normally bring them out of the pen on their feet. What we have to do is turn them over in the pen, drag them out to the shearing position. So I'll just turn her over now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, girl. We'll just set her down, and now we've got to get her comfortable. I'll just tell her to relax. There we go. Okay, so she's off her feet. I haven't drugged her, and she's in the relaxed position now. Open up that wool. So there's probably what, Ian? 10 months worth of wool?
Yeah, around about 10 months. She's a Suffolk, which is not a straight Romney breed. You'll see the colour.
That means that I've got the confidence to shear around the legs. I've got the skin nice and tight on that leg, so I can get all that wool off nice and evenly. A little trick I've got as well, which we don't do when we're shearing, but I'll tuck that foot in there. And because she saw you coming into port, we'll just ask you, which way is that cruise ship? You know where it is? I think it's probably that way. It's pretty good, isn't it? Push. So once again, just pushing on the pressure points, not hurting her, that's just the elbow. So there is a technique to shearing which we are taught. We have shearing schools in New Zealand. I don't know if they're subsidised anymore, are they, Ian? So
I'm not too sure, Tommy.
they've fallen out of favour a little bit. But it's a really great thing to do, is to do a week-long shearing course, and they just teach you all the basics.
She's had a ram, now she's ready to go to the ram again and have some more babies. There we go, we're just going to take off the belly. Get that sorted out there. Take it off carefully, we call that our second class wool. Then down the underside of the sheep. And of course that will be blended with something else, and that's how we come to have blends of different things, different wools these days.
The wool's going to come down to you in a minute. Then it's going to come to you. Alright, so get ready.
Be on top of your camera, I'd say.
Get ready to catch.
Blends so that so that you can have them on your dinner plate within a year, so that New Zealand lamb is produced before 1 year of the lamb's life. So up the side of the neck, Tommy going there. Tommy works on the farm all the time. He's a full-time farmer with his dad. He keeps an eye on all the wherever you go. From the bottom of the sheep to the top of the sheep there, and you ought to be going right along the back there. Sitting nice and quietly there. He's really in good fine mix of sheep. Of course, as Ian mentioned, the shearer gets $1.50 or $2 a sheep that he shares. Tommy just does the shearing as a part-time for you guys. Being is semi-retired from it. There we go. Down the last side there. So each time you place an angry, it's called a blow. Well, here we go. Thanks, boys.
Good. Come and show off your haircut. There we go. You can see that oil?
Oh, yeah.
So it's very good for you. But you can imagine if you're doing 300 like the professionals, you'd be absolutely soaked in it by the end of the day. Everything gets covered. Anyway, girl, you ready to go back out?
and then sorted. Today with the shorter wool, we sort it with what we call a paddle. So on the count of 3, Wendy's going to throw that up in the air, and if you want to get a photo of it up in the air, it'll be up in the air on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go, Wendy.
Leave it carefully. Just long enough.
That's amazing.
Just long enough.
Stick into
We have to hold it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're holding it up, so the outside of the wool, there's a little bit of the weathered side, but it all comes out beautiful and white like that piece of wool that's hanging on the pole over there I was talking about before, and that's how it is. But now they'll turn it over and you'll see the lanolin, greasy lanolin on the bottom side of it. She had a little bit of dirt down the back, she's been rubbing under a bank, but the lanolin is down in the bottom there.
Yeah. Here we go.
It's actually, well, there's some up here. You see the golden lanolin that Tommy's holding up there. So it has produced around about 25% of that wool is lanolin grease. We have some very good shearers on crossbred wool around Hawke's Bay here. Dion King has donated